Let's turn a sweatshirt into a tote bag. Welcome, I do sewing and DIY related content, and today we're taking the sweatshirt and turning it into a tote bag. Now, if you've been here for a while, like a very long time, you may have remembered I actually made this a crop because the sweatshirt just never fit properly. And when I had done that, I felt that I just never really wore it as much as I would like to. So I have some nice pink fabric and I have a zipper from Zipper Valley, and we are going to be turning this into a tote bag. So these are all the supplies I'm going to be using. This little zipper pull I love because it has pink and blue with that iridescent, so it will be perfect for this bag. The first step, in case you want to make something like this as well, is we need to deconstruct our sweatshirt. So it has this print in the middle. I quickly learned it was actually not put on evenly. So one side's like 4 inches and the other side's like 3 inches. So I'm going to be deconstructing this and making it so that the logo itself is exactly in the middle. The first step to deconstructing is removing the sleeves, and then I just went through and centered this off so that I could have a rectangular piece of fabric to work with. Once I did that, this is what it now looked like, so it's a little bit more centered. I feel like it's, to be honest, isn't straight, but we're just going to go with that. Now for the sleeves themselves, I'm going to be using these as the straps. So I cut a 4.5 inch strap from either sleeve, so there's two pieces, so like the back and front of the sleeve on either side, and then I just repeated this for the other sleeve as well. At first I thought I was going to add some interfacing or something in the middle, but I didn't. So all I'm going to do is sew up those two long ends for either sleeve. Next, it is time to turn the sleeves right side out. So for this, I just really turned it inside out, like I didn't use any special tools. I just used my hands to go through the process. Once I had this done for both sleeves, I then gave them both a really good pressing just to make sure they were flat and smooth. I was slightly concerned they'd still have some stretch to them, which is why I thought about adding like interfacing or ribbon on the inside, but they really are very sturdy and they don't feel like they're stretching, so we're not going to need that. Now with the straps done, they are looking good. They are going to be smaller straps. I wanted to use everything as I could from that sweatshirt, so that's why I'm just leaving them at this length. So I'm going to figure out where I want this to go so that it's in the middle of my bag, and then pin them in place. So I did this to pin them on the front of the bag as well as the back of the bag, and now we're just going to go through and sew those in place. You could have used a basting stitch here. I did go through and just actually do like a straight stitch at a smaller length just to make it a little more secure. Once that's done, it is now time for us to add our zipper. So with the right side of the zipper with the right side of the fabric, I'm just going to pin this in place directly across. I am using quilting clips, and then I'm going to be taking a seam. Now for this, I am using a zipper foot so I can get nice and close to the zipper, make sure that it's a little easier to sew. This was actually my first time using a zipper foot on my brand new machine, so that was exciting too. As you're going through, be sure to adjust the zipper pull as necessary if it gets in your way. But this is what the first side of the bag looks like. So now it's just time to add the back on. So exact same method where we are adding the right side of the bag to the right side of that zipper. And then I'm just going to be sewing that straight stitch all the way through to hold the zipper in place. So very easy so far, very repetitive. Once you have that done, it is then time for us to add our lining. Now the lining is cut out the exact same size as the front and back of the bag, it's just two rectangles. And then I'm going to be adding the right side of the lining to the wrong side of the zipper. This way, the inside of the bag, you'll have the nice pretty right side of your fabric, and the outside of your bag is the right side of the exterior of your fabric. So that's just one little hint in case you want a really nice and clean lining too. Then I'm just going to go through, sew that up, and then of course we have one more side we have to do, so we need to sew our second piece of lining to the other side of the zipper. So everything's really repetitive with this, it's just a lot of going back and forth and sewing it together. Once that's all complete, it's time for us to actually sew our bag up. So what I have done is I have my bag here and I'm going to be matching the right sides of the exterior of the bag together and the right sides of the lining together, and I'm just pinning this up along those three edges. Now in one side of the lining I am leaving a sizable gap, like a 4 to 5 inch gap, so you can see right there. I'm going to go all the way up, sew all the way around, so basically sewing this giant rectangle and then leaving that around 4 to 5 inch gap. That gap's going to be used for turning our bag later on. So I'm going to go over to my sewing machine and just take that seam all the way around, being sure that I am getting that gap still remains open. When I get to any part that has the zipper, I'm just going to take my time and go very slowly. Most zippers you can sew through. If you're using a metal zipper though, be sure not to sew through it and stop before and after. And then when I get down to the corners, I'm going to pivot at each corner. So here is what my bag currently looks like. I want to add a little bit more dimension, so I'm going to be adding a boxed corner. So for each of the corners, I'm going to be drawing a 2.5 by 2.5 inch square and then cutting that out from each of those 4 corners. This is then going to allow me to bring the fabric together and create more of a 3D effect. So I'm just going to go through, mark that, and then cut that little square out and repeat this for each of those 4 corners. Once I have it cut out, I'm going to be bringing those 2 short edges together to create a little sandwich. So here's what it sort of looks like. So you can see I've just gone through, brought those raw edges together to make a 3D effect. So this allows us to have that more of a 3D effect to create a box corner, and then I'm just going to be sewing over all of those corners. So all 4 of them, taking a seam, being sure to backstitch at the beginning and end so that it's nice and secure, and this is going to give my bag a little bit more structure and dimension. So here's what my bag currently looks like. We have those nice corners done, and basically it's almost complete. So now it's just time to turn this right side out. I'm going to go inside my bag here, turn this out through that gap, and then once I have it turned out, I'm going to push the lining back into the bag itself. So here is what it looks like. It is all zipped up. I kind of give it a good shake just to let everything settle out. And we are almost done. The last and final step is that little gap that we had. We are just going to sew this up. So I'm going to go through, I'm just going to use a hand needle and thread and sew this up. If you really wanted to, you could use your sewing machine though as well. I just like to try to make it look a little bit more invisible. And then once that is sewn, the bag itself is complete. So here is what my bag looks like. I'm actually really happy with how this turned out. You know, it went from a sweatshirt that I absolutely never wear to now a bag that I can store items in. This is also completely washable, so that's kind of fun that if, you know, something ever happened to it, I can just throw it in the washing machine. The zipper works great. I'm really happy I want the box corners at the bottom, and it is fully lined. If you enjoyed this video and if you like little thrift flips like this, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe and let me know what you want to see next. Thanks for watching.